Good evening, all you capes and fangs out there. Welcome to another episode of the Camarilla Salon. With me is my co-conspirator, Melinda.
Hi.
There she is. All right, Melinda, I'm confused.
Why?
I'm an ancient elder.
Oh, okay.
What have we come to talk about today?
Ghouls, ghouls, ghouls.
Oh, that's a great song. Did you come up with that song?
Just now, all on my own. It's been a joke that nobody has ever said before.
Nobody's ever said it.
Nope,
Nobody's
never.
ever said it.
First time, right here.
All right, so if you're brand new to vampire, meaning this is the first vampire-related content you've ever opened on YouTube, what
welcome.
is a ghoul, Melinda?
A ghoul is a mortal, aka human, who is bound to a vampire because they have drank some of their blood.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they are subject to a blood bond, is what you're saying.
They definitely are, yes. It's
Do
part
they
of
get
it.
any other benefits than falling in love?
I mean, probably. You probably get good at sports, pick up a couple of disciplines.
Oh, there you go. Exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things that we wanted to talk about ghouls for is because in our other video covering the new V6 Alpha Slice, we forgot to mention it.
Did we not talk about ghouls at all?
We didn't talk about them. I think we may have talked about them in like, oh, you can be an elder or a neonate or a Encia.
Or a ghoul.
Or a duskborn or a ghoul. Maybe we said that.
Right.
But we didn't talk about any of the rules set up.
There was no jibber jabber. Okay.
No jibber jabber. And, you know, in previous versions, they have had ghouls available as PCs, but I don't remember a time when they ever had it out the gate.
Really?
The release of the first Alpha Slice, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I agree it's cool. I think one of the things that might hint to is that there's more of a role for ghouls in this game.
Okay, interesting.
And so they want to test out ghoul play.
Right. I like it. I like it. I caution folks though, because I feel like the first instinct is, okay, I'm going to jump in and play vampire. I'm going to start as a ghoul, and then I'll get turned or embraced, and then I will, continue on my merry little path down, the vampire road. But I don't think starting as a ghoul is right for a first-time player or a rookie player.
Well, you got two red flags right there. Ghoul and unreleased childer.
Yeah, both.
So you're stacking two forms of advanced play on top of each other. Now, I wouldn't say ghoul is too advanced if everyone else is a ghoul. But yeah, if you're the only ghoul in your group or in your LARP, you should have a good time by having a bad time.
Right.
That's the mindset you need to walk into that with.
Yeah, and you need to understand that is the truth. For the Darkness Emergent when they were in Las Vegas, Darkness Emergent is the By Night Studios traveling LARP that kind of tours all over. I think the next year they're doing a cruise or something. So you can check that out if you want to get involved in that kind of stuff. So that's what Darkness Emergent is. Yeah. And I played a ghoul for a scene and approaching the scene, walking through the room and stuff. And when I tell you, folks were like, "Oh, you're a ghoul," and I was immediately shut out of conversation, which was exactly how it should have been, but it was off-putting. It was like, "Oh, yeah, wow, yeah, okay."
You imagine, from a vampire's point of view, you're like this human who doesn't really know anything.
Mm-hmm.
All you have is ways to make your regnant vulnerable, like if you're tricked or deceived by other vampires.
Right.
And anything you have to say is like the opinion of someone who's only been alive for 30 years.
Right. Yeah, it's like talking to a 2-year-old.
Yeah, you're talking to like a baby or a small robot that serves drinks or whatever. Like, what time do you have for this?
Right. Yeah.
Especially when the stakes are so high.
Well, yeah, in the run of a night.
And if you're in the Sabbat, these things are basically cattle. They're like cattle you've entrusted with the keys to cars.
Right.
Though Anarchs should be nice to you, in my opinion.
Anarchs would be nice?
I think they should be, or be hypocrites.
Oh, I suppose. Maybe that's the only time I would enjoy an Anarch game.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
What?
All right, so when we look at what V6 is set up for ghoul character creation,
yeah,
one of the primary differences in Vampire, there's a couple, obviously. One of the primary ones is your life paths. Okay. Now, for vampires, there are supernatural life paths, and there are life paths from when you were immortal. So let's say you were a cop, you'd have some kind of life path related to that being a cop. And once you were a vampire, let's say you were the Scourge, there's like a vampire thug life path you could pick.
Sure.
That would add to either your skills or your disciplines.
Okay.
Now, for ghouls, they can only have mortal life paths, which makes complete sense.
Yes, because they are mortal.
Because they are mortal, that's correct. Now, we're not going to go through the standard attributes and skill stuff. One of the interesting things, though, is getting to disciplines. What they do in V6 is you get a discipline, the starting discipline from your Revenant's clan. So a Ventrue would have a choice between Dominate, Fortitude, and Presence. And then they get a discipline dot from the nature of their master, the person who made them a ghoul.
Right, which is also a part of the character creation for if you're going to build a vampire. Like that's your sire also gives you that if you're playing as
that's
a vampire,
correct,
right? Yeah.
And we could take a couple examples and take a look at them about what you would theoretically get. Okay, so we got to remember to say master, because even though this is sire for vampires, it's master for ghouls.
Right.
Okay, so a caring master gives you discipline choice from Fortitude, Potence, or Presence.
I think secretive is interesting. That one's Aspect, Celerity, and Obfuscate.
Ooh, so those are the secret, sneaky disciplines. I myself like Cruel. Every character I've made for V6 so far is at a Cruel sire. And he has Dominate, Fortitude, or Obfuscate.
Nice.
So as you can imagine, if you are double spec'd in some of these disciplines, when you make your ghoul, you can put one dot in Obfuscate, for example, for your Cruel sire. And then if he's also a Nosferatu, you can put a dot in Obfuscate for being a Nosferatu.
Interesting. Okay, so you start 2 dots.
You would start at 2 dots, which means your Blood Surge would be working on 3 dot powers. And then, of course, you pick powers within those disciplines.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, I agree.
Yeah. So, if we're sitting down at the tabletop and we're going to run, let's have a whole table of ghouls.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, you could each have separate masters, or you could have the same one. That would be interesting.
That would be very cool. So you think maybe a player master or a storyteller master?
A storyteller master.
An NPC.
Yeah, an NPC.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, at least, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want one person at the table to be the master of everybody at the table, would you?
That would be great.
Do you think so?
You know what would be a lot of fun with that?
What?
Is if in your session 0, you randomize who the vampire is. Everyone signs on to play a ghoul. One of them is a vampire, but it's completely random.
Okay. Yeah. What else? With a table full of ghouls, I mean, obviously you have the advantage of being awake during the day and going outside.
Yeah, so you go to the mall.
There's some shit.
You go
to
to
the mall, get some new cologne.
The pools on the strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? If they all are, let's say they're all part of, like, all come from the same master, and it's an elder, and that elder is missing.
Oh, that'd be very cool. Like, they have to find the elder before they need their next blood infusion.
While also trying to maintain the facade that there's nothing out of place. There's nothing wrong.
Right. So they're managing his business with the court.
They were happy.
The harpy is like, I need to see this guy right now, and you're like, oh, he's not here. As soon as he gets back, I'll tell him.
Yeah. We'll let you. We'll
come into court.
Yeah, we'll let him know that you're waiting for him at Elysium all week. Awkward.
Yeah. Right. Pull out your collar.
Uh-oh.
So that gave me an idea.
Okay.
So imagine.
Yeah.
You're at a table, and your chronicle is the weekend at Bernie-Ghouls, where your sire went into frenzy, and you, as a group, defended yourself almost by instinct. And you didn't mean to kill him, but he's dead, and he's slowly disintegrating.
Whoopsies.
Because he's not that old.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
But if you know you're dead if they suspect you. So you have to weekend at Bernie's, your master, to keep his existence ending from becoming public knowledge.
God, and then you would have to deal with sires. Like you'd end up in the deep end pretty quick of like weird vampire things that you wouldn't consider.
But imagine how clutch the guy with a mask of 1,000 faces would be in your team.
Yeah.
That guy is like kind of just the common guy in the normal game, but in this game he'd be like clutch.
I wonder if they're going to, I mean, the rough part would be hiding your heartbeat. Right?
Though you could just say there is a new mechanic in V6 called Blush of Life.
Oh.
It used to be a merit.
Right.
In the old game.
Yes.
But now it's just, you spend a couple blood, quote unquote, and you have a heartbeat and whatnot.
Right. I'm just lifing tonight, babe. It's fine.
That's right. What other ideas you got? What other table ideas you got, Melinda?
Oh, let me see. I know there's another. What about a ghoul council who's put themselves in the form of a council that sits underneath the Primogen Council and tries to take care of the weird, freaky stuff happening in the domain before it reaches either the Primogen Council and or the prince.
Or the sheriff.
Yeah.
So like the bureaucracy of the Camarilla?
Yeah, but you're trying to... I don't know how to explain what I mean better than that.
So you imagine like an anarch and a Brujah getting a gunfight in the middle of the street, and the Brujah flips a car.
Right.
So you're like, you got one of these ghouls on this council or in charge, or like the night editor of the newspaper, and they're like, all right, we got to crush this story. That's our task for tonight.
Right.
Masquerade maintenance.
Masquerade management. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
You
could have a guy with the cops. You could have a guy with City Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're ghouls, but you're playing the influence game at that point almost.
That's what sounds fun about it. Like it's kind of like a power game, but for ghouls in a field that ghouls you would expect them to have a prominent place. It's in the civic administration of Prince's City.
Right.
Okay. All right. What about a game? What was that thing called? With Simon Cowell. America's Got Talent. It's like America's Got Talent, but for ghouls. And I don't mean a singing competition. But you imagine when the Giovanni decide it's time to bring up a ghoul from the bush leagues into the pros.
Right.
They're like, all right, we're going to pick someone to make a vampire. And all of you ghouls are members of the Giovanni family. And your game is proving to your potential sire which one of you it should be who gets embraced.
Yep.
And what's fun is that you could do this with multiple clans. You could do the Malkavians in an asylum.
Right.
So a traveling doctor shows up and he's like, one of you lucky lunatics will be given the honor of becoming my son or daughter.
Right.
Or you could do the Tremere, like some kind of mentalist thing or expo. And they're like, the real reason we've tricked you all to being here is to explore the edges of magic. And you're looking for your first circle apprentice.
First circle. I remember it well.
You probably do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay. That's fun. I like that. A little competition. It'd be like a Symbol almost, right?
It would be like a Symbol, but for ghouls who don't really know what that is.
Right. And then they're just constantly in Symbols for the rest of eternity.
Right? Right? Well, you imagine you could play the games until the last game, and the game before the last game of let's say the Giovanni scenario. The NPC picked one of the coterie, or not coterie, I guess you'd be a ghoul band, and everybody is a mean girl to him the next and final game. Like they're all jealous, but
Right.
they have to be polite.
Right. Oh, man. That would build so much animosity.
What else is Vampire 4, okay?
Well, okay, fair. I always forget that part.
You know, the magic of the game is you're talking to someone 3 years after a chronicle's over, and they turn to you, oftentimes half drunk, and they say, I still can't believe you fucked me over on that Primogen vote.
You were a real piece of shit in that scene.
But they laugh when they say it. They laugh when they say
Right,
that part.
right. Yeah. After the damage has been done and the dust has settled.
They become war stories.
Right. Yeah.
Do you have any other ghoul scenarios?
Those were the ones that kind of jumped immediately.
I have another one.
Okay.
Okay, so the ghouls are a little different with the Sabbat. They're
Alright.
from families that are kind of bred over time to be servants to the Samitsi, really, the main thing.
Okay.
Okay, so they're revenants rather than ghouls. But imagine a game where the bot revenant group is assigned some small but important task. Like, you need to take this building so we can establish Overwatch on this area.
Okay.
Imagine they get sent by their master to do that, and then they never hear from their master again. So they eventually have to say, well, we got to figure out what's going on, reconnect the Sabbat. So they have to go find the Sabbat because the master is obviously their normal point of contact.
Right.
And then they kind of fall into the mystery of what happened to the guy who sent them there. And that mystery is obviously going to involve hypocrisy and heartbreak. And how little they're seen with respect outside of the Samitsi and the Sabbat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Samitsi aren't like super respectful, but they at least treat them like prized dogs.
Prized dogs. So you get a nice pillow to sleep on.
They get nice pillow beds on the ground.
Incredible. What else?
Made from people, of course.
What else? Yeah, naturally. What else could a ghoul want?
What a ghoul wants. What a ghoul needs.
Again, nobody's ever made those jokes before. We are so prolific.
Treading new ground.
Yes.
Treading new ground, Melinda.
Constantly. Okay, so I started to come up with an idea, and then I realized that it probably wouldn't work because of the way that vampires work. But
What is it? What's the
okay,
idea?
take like Underworld, for example. Remember when Amelia was arriving on the train?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if your job as your little ghoul pack was to go and pick up the dignitary and bring them? But they would never send ghouls to do that. Right?
You know what they would? Here's where they would do it.
Yeah.
As an insult.
Ooh.
So they send the ghouls to pick you up because you're like an Ashira diplomat or an anarch. You're like a quote unquote anarch celebrity.
Right.
So the Camarilla sends this Scourge's ghoul to go pick you up.
Right. Oh, man.
Listen, we're kidding you anarch guys. We love the anarchs. They're fun antagonists. We're just a Camarilla Salon, though.
Right. Right.
So,
yeah.
You know.
No hate.
We kid.
Yeah. We kid because we love.
Your idea It's the ghouls are sent to go pick up our Anarch dignitary.
Yep.
And then they get ambushed.
Well, sure they can. I mean, or the Anarch dignitary isn't even on the train, and they've got to figure out what happened.
Oh, you know what would be fun? This would be fun. They send the ghouls to go pick up an Anarch dignitary. So one of the ghouls is a face. They're like the house ghoul. And the other ghouls are either like scouts or soldiers or whatever to protect or to make an entourage that might be useful, right?
Right.
But the Anarch who arrives is a Setite. And they get in the car and they tell you, we're going to the club. Right? Because the Anarch says, these guys set these fucking ghouls. Like, I know that I'm in the Anarchs, but I'm only kind of pretending to be an Anarch because I'm a Setite.
Right.
So I know they're insulting me. So let's play a game with them. And so the ghouls become like the unfortunate ping pong ball between your crazy Setite and the Camarilla who set you, which is probably like the Primogen or something, or a Seneschal.
Yeah.
Set up this insult. But you guys are the ones who are going to be held responsible. And you have to keep the Setite from getting themselves in trouble until you can figure this out.
Oh my gosh. And like phone calls. Where are you? Why are you at a club?
Yeah, like right. You're a master. And imagine your master is like, you don't even make him a good combat class vampire. You make him like a Ventru or a Malkavian or who else? Would be low combat utility for a ghoul.
I mean, Tremere, wouldn't
Tremere.
they? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't know what blood sorcery looks like yet, so that's not entirely sure. But
That's
a Tremere, other than blood sorcery having dominate and Auspex, dominates pretty good, but Auspex could be pretty useless for military ghouls. Anyway,
Right.
So he's trying to impress the sheriff. So he he volunteered his ghoul entourage for this task to the Primogen or the sheriff or whoever. And so he's pissed because it's all falling apart right now.
Right.
And he's your like real boss, but everyone on the chain above him can also have you killed.
Right.
So it's like bosses within bosses within bosses.
Oh God. Worst.
That'd be fun.
I mean,
like
it would be entertaining, yeah.
Vampire the employment simulator.
Right.
Why don't you guys tell us a cool ghoul? Oh my God, look at the rhymes just happened.
Whoa.
The rhymes just come.
Mm-hmm.
A cool ghoul scenario that you could run as a chronicle for everybody to see. And we can see the best one. We'll pin the best one, actually.
Ooh, superstar.
Right. Everything is a competition.
Yeah. Everything.
That's why it's a Camarilla Salon.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, you leave it all on the salon floor. That's why the beast doesn't walk with you when you go home.
I mean, sometimes it does.
I mean, always it does.
Mm-hmm.
But if we wouldn't be the Camarilla, if we weren't trying to feed into self-soothing delusions.
Oh, well, I don't think anybody is better at that, really.
No, we're the best at it.
Yep.